Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. Today I'd like to share with you an eyeshadow palette from Makeup Revolution. It's brand new to them. Now I have got all 5 of their brand new palettes that released last Wednesday. They were really kind enough to actually send me the palettes that I didn't purchase. Now I purchased the 2 blush and 1 of the eyeshadow palettes, but they've sent me the 2 eyeshadow palettes extra that I didn't purchase, and they've also sent me a box of goodies that I can't wait to share with you. Now there's too many products to share with you in one video, so what I'm going to do is just do the products one by one and go through them really thoroughly, as I always like to do, so that you can get a really good idea of how they perform and things like that. And then, you know, if you want to then purchase, you can. But there are a number of products, so I might be putting up multiple videos per day for you, so apologies in advance, but I just want to be able to give you all of the information because, you know, these are large palettes. Now the first one that I want to share with you today is the Revolution Pro HD Amplif-eyed 35 palette in Smoulder. Now this one was one of the ones that was sent to me. I'll just talk you around the packaging first, and then we'll move on to the actual shades inside. Now the packaging has changed in the summer, I believe, spring summer. It's gone so quickly. I think it was spring or summer. They released the first Amplif-eyed palettes. They had closed lids and they had mirrors in them. And I also heard from a few of my viewers, so a few of you contacted me to say that you'd actually received them damaged as well. So I'll get onto that in a moment as well. So the outer packaging is rose gold, and you can see everything. So it's not a closed box. So really like that. I love the rose gold colour, beautiful. Then on the back you have the shade names there. I really like the fact that you've got the shade names somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's on the you know, actually on the palette itself, or, you know, on the back like this, or anywhere. It doesn't worry me where it is, as long as I've got those shade names. Just because I find it so difficult when you don't have any names to then have to interpret that to you. Or, you know, if I'm writing down the shade somewhere, either on my Instagram account or down below in the comments, not in the comments, the description. I want to list all of those shades for you so that you can, you know, look at what I'm doing. So I really like that. Whether, of course, you want to just cut that out and stick it on the back of the palette, or, you know, obviously keep it like this, it's totally up to you, but I really like that. Then, now I haven't even taken the sticky tab off this, so let me just take that off. Now these actually retail for £15. You can just pick these up at the moment from Tam Beauty. That's the only place that you can purchase from at the moment. I believe from, and I think I saw it was January the 3rd. They'll be available at Superdrug as well, so that is really exciting. But at the moment, like I say, you can just get them from Tam Beauty. So then when you slide the package out, or the palette out, it looks like this. So you've got the black plastic finish, and it's shiny around the edge. You've got the name of it there, so that it's a Pro HD Amplif-eyed 35 palette. On the back it's the same, so you've got this black shiny plastic with the name of the palette there. Then when you open it up, and also I really like the fact that the lid opens all the way back. I've got a few palettes, and I can't remember, was it Morphe, where they didn't go back, and it was quite difficult to actually show you those shades. And they had a mirror as well, which made it even more difficult not to blind you. So these are the shades. So if you are going to a lot of parties this season, or just one party, and you want that smoky-eyed look, this is the palette for you. You have got all of those smoky shades at the bottom, But another good thing about this palette is that even though it's got some really beautiful smoky shades at the bottom, you have got these neutrals. So it's multifunctional. So you've got that smoky look that you can create with these shades, and you've got neutrals up here. So if you wanted to take this away with you, so if you're going to stay somewhere, lucky you, at Christmas time, and you're going to a party as well, you can use this palette. So you've got everything here. You've got your neutral day look, but you can also use these to smoke it out. So fantastic. I really, really like the shades in here. Now, when I look at this palette on the actual website, I don't think the picture really showed, there was some, it looked, you know, very neutral, but you've got some really vibrant neutral shades in here. So if you, like me, like neutrals, you are going to love this palette. Now what I want to do is do a few swatches. I'm not going to do every single one. I'm going to do a few just to share with you what they swatch like, and then I'll create a look, because at the end of the day you want to know how these perform and how they look on the eye. Now also, I just want to share with you, you have got a mixture of mattes and shimmers. They're dotted all over the palette, so they're not like the bottom row is you know, mattes or shimmers. They are dotted all over this palette as well. Yeah, really, really love the colours in here. You've got everything, and you've even got that bright blue there at the side. So I'm going to do a couple shimmers, a couple matte. I've got to go for this one. So which one is this? This is it Extinguish? Yeah, Extinguish, which is the top middle shade. Wow, I already like this colour. It's a beautiful gold. So that's Extinguish. Then I think I'm going to have to do Lastly as well. It's like a mauve. Wow, really, oh wow, I love that. It's very, very unusual. Let me just, that's better. Oh, it's stunning. I'm not sure I've got a shade like that. It is like a neutral brown, but it's got a pinky, like a baby pink reflect. That is beautiful. So that's the shade Lastly. I think I'm going to go for, shall I do another shimmer? I'm going to do the one in the middle, which is called Penny. And it really does look like a penny. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Penny. Wow. And now I want to do a couple of mattes. So I think I'm going to go for, is it Silver? So Silver. So that one is called Silver. That is a beautiful transitional shade. Now, when you first look at this palette, you think to yourself, wow, you know, you can see all of those smoky shades at the bottom, but I think this palette has got so much more. It is stunning. So I think I'm going to have to do, I'm going to go for the black, I think. I think if you're interested in this palette for smoking up your eye, you're going to want to know what the black looks like. So it's like that. Can't get over that penny. Wow. And one more. I think I'll go for Power. I really like that. Oh, love that. It's my classic shade, that one. I love that. So there's the three shimmers, the three mattes. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a taster of how they swatch. I know, and I always say this now, I know that, you know, we don't look at swatches anymore, but I can tell a good eyeshadow from swatching it. And not only that, it gives me a chance to give you a little bit of, you know, of the colours and what they look like. That Penny shade is beautiful. It is stunning, and I really like that Lastly shade as well. I mean, just amazing. Now, let me just get my, I've forgotten my mirror again, which I did, and I don't think, have I got a mirror here? No. I knew I'd forgotten something. I was so excited to share this all with you. Now, I will try my best to do it in the viewfinder. Of course, I've got my trusty, have I got a clean one here? My trusty Primark brush. This is just £1 from Primark. Let me just see. Oh yeah, this one's, no. Yeah, this one will be fine. Okay, so I've got nothing on my face apart from, or nothing on my eyes, I should say. I've added my base, I've got my foundation, my Maybelline concealer, I've added my brows, and I've got a tiny little bit of blush on, which I'm going to remove, and I'll probably put one of the cheek palettes up as well for you today. One of the cheek palettes I want to film with that, because I've got so much to get through and I really want you to be able to see them. So out of the shades that I have swatched, I think I'm going to try that first shade, which is was it called Silver? Yeah, so it was that one there. I really want to try that. So I've just added a little bit of that onto the brush. So it was just that silver shade. I just wanted to really see how it, you know, you could get quite a good idea of, because it's quite a light shade. So I wanted to add that one first. You can always deepen it up, but I really like to put quite a light shade on first, because it then shows you, you know, the colour payoff with this palette. So that is really good. If you can't wear eyeshadow for whatever reason, or too much eyeshadow, I should say, that colour is going to work really well for you. Silver. Love it. You've got a really good colour payoff with that. So that's the first shade, called Silver. Then I want to try the second one that I swatched, which is Power. I want to try that and see how that works. Now also, these are not powdery. When I'm putting the brush in, I'm not having to dig in. Also, there's not too much kick up, but I know with these, because they are amplified, they are fantastic quality, and I love the original Amplif-eyed. And they're two recent releases. I can't remember the names of them, but they are fantastic as well. And they've got some really beautiful mauvey shades in there. Wow, I love this. Oh, love that. That's blending in so well. These are the colours that I really love. I think that they really suit my colouring. I think if you have blue eyes, they will also make your eyes pop as well. Love that. I'm going to put that one underneath the eye, I think. Now I don't like too much black. I mean, I have actually used black recently, because I've recently learnt how to use darker colours on my eye and make it work. So I really actually try to stay clear of blacks, but they do tend to work really well on me, but I have to keep it right in that bit, that area there. If I put too much on, it actually tends to make my eyes look really dark and ages me, basically. I think when you're in your 20s, you can use a lot of black and get away with it. So I want to actually show you how how else you can use this palette, basically, rather than just for, you know, that smoky look. If you're going away Christmas, Now that is beautiful. I love that. I love that base. So now I want to deepen it up. So I think I'm definitely going to have to use one of those deeper colours. I'm not sure. I mean, I really, really love it, and I don't want to mess up what I've already done. I think I'm going to try that, a little bit of that black, just to see how it does work on the eye. So I'm only going to put a tiny little bit on the brush. This is going to be difficult without a mirror and just looking into my viewfinder, but I'm going to try my best. Now, the area that I'm putting it on is just right on the outer third of the eye and just on that crease there. I don't want to put it anywhere else. I just want to leave it there because, like I say, if I put too much on, it just looks too heavy. So, and you can definitely see the difference with each eye. So that is really, really good. So now I'm going to just try it on the other eye and hope, fingers crossed. Actually, that's worked really, really well. So if, like me, you're not really that keen on a really heavy smoky eye, but you like that neutral look, I think this palette is going to work very, very well. I absolutely love this. I love the base. I love the fact that I've added the deeper shade, so the black shade, but it's not too overpowering. I mean, not everybody can wear, me included, you know, too much, especially the deeper shades. Now with that, whatever's left on that brush, I'm just going to run that underneath until about halfway, just to make sure that all of that really does work. Now, because Makeup Revolution is so good, I'm going to try a little bit more black. The colours blend in so well. Perhaps if I was doing a look with another brand, I wouldn't even attempt. I would have had to have stopped and started again. But these, I know from past experience with these palettes, how well they perform. I'm just going to put a little bit more. Now this side always looks lighter because of the fact that the light hits me that way. So this side is always going to look a little bit more deeper, but really, really love that. Love that I can blend it right out. So, you know, I've added black, but it really looks extremely good. Now what I want to do is I want to add, and I've got to add that penny shade. I really love that Lastly shade as well, but I really want that penny. I want it on my eye. Love it. Now I had a question from one of my viewers yesterday to ask how I make the eye looks so shimmery. Now I don't actually do anything special at all. All I do is add the Focus and Fix eye primer. I then add just a cream eyeshadow, and I'm using one of the Life on the Dance Floor palettes, the gold one, just to a cream shade, just to, you know, mattify that, and it works so well. I always apply the shimmer with my finger as well, and I always use natural light. There's no, you know, lamps. That's the word I'm looking for. There's no lamps or anything like that in front of me. It is just natural light. So there's that on. I love that colour, Penny. It works so well. In fact, actually, let me just get my brush back. I'm just getting a tiny bit of that black again and making sure that that is a little bit on this side. And then I'm going to definitely go for that Lastly shade. So Penny is the one that I've put on my lid, and Lastly is the one that I'm going to put on the outer corner, inner corner. This is stunning. Oh. Gorgeous. It's so unusual. Now it's a very, very reflective colour, but it's very unusual because it's got a brownish base and then it's got that pink. So I'm putting loads and loads of it on because I love it so much. That is just stunning. I absolutely love. Let me just go, have I done that right? Let me just go back to Penny. And I'm just making sure that I've done this properly. I love that combination. I love also how as soon as I put that highlight in my inner corner, how it just changes the whole look. Really, really love that. Now, I wasn't actually intending on doing that much of a smoky eye because, you know, I'm not that keen. But actually, it's given me a smoky eye, but without being too smoky. You know, it's absolutely stunning. I love it. In fact, I'm going to put a bit more on this side. I think I've focused on the... And I think it just shows you that, you know, I'm not really a big fan of the smoky-eyed look. I've created a bit of a smoky eye, but without having to deepen it up too much. So like, if you're like me and you don't like too much of the blacks and deep shades, I've added a little bit of black, and that beautiful Penny shade is just gorgeous. I love that. So yeah, I hope that you've found that helpful. I think this is going in my top drawer, and if you've watched my my makeup tour, you'll know what I mean by my top drawer. I've got a Alex drawers, and I've got a top drawer where I put all of my favourite products in that I use on a daily basis, and this is going in there. I love it so much. I will take a closer picture and pop that onto Instagram for you, and I'll try and do the cheek palette next and try and put that up to date as well for you, because there's just so much to get through. So obviously I want to say a big thank you to Makeup Revolution for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. I didn't think this was going to work for me, but it has, and I love it so much, especially that shade Penny and Lastly. Love them. I'd really love to hear your thoughts on it. Were you thinking of getting that palette? Have you already got it? Yeah, really love your thoughts on that. But until next time, I won't say tomorrow because there might be another video up today, but until next time, thank you so much for watching. Of course, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up, just because. I would also love it if you commented down below, and of course, if you are brand new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. But until next time, thank you. Bye.